Welcome to the Action Playbook. I'm Jason Fox.
And I'm Coach Robin.
And we're helping leaders take action in life and business. Welcome back to the Action Playbook. I'm here with Robin.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, mate. How are you?
I'm better than you are. So for our listeners, Jason had to... we were supposed to record this yesterday. And by the way...
Monday was a holiday.
Monday was a holiday and record yesterday. And then you had a call to say your son had been in an accident and you needed to go.
Yeah, Robin had just gone out to a meeting. It was 11:30 and I got a phone call of a distressed wife off someone else's phone and I went, fuck. I just ran out the door, shut it, and then sent Robin a photo, said, I can't make 1 o'clock. The photo of my son crumpled up at a pile of stairs. At the bottom
I was really disappointed. I mean,
sorry, mate. So.
but you know, podcast day is now becoming one of my favorite days of the week.
I understand it. I do enjoy the platform.
Yeah,
I do enjoy it with both my podcasts. But your kids come first, unfortunately. Sorry, mate.
No, I get it. That's how it should be.
And yeah, he's still crumpled up at home on the couch, not being able to walk. A few stitches and a lot of bruising. But he's there, and I've rushed in to do this because it's due on Wednesday, and I've got to get it up for you guys. So I'm a man of my word, so here we are.
We all appreciate your action.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, so today we're talking about goals.
Goals, how good.
Yeah, so last episode was on dreams, which is great because that sets the destination. But then, you know, once we have a destination, we still got to set the stepping stones to get there.
Sure.
And a scenario that comes to mind is, you know, imagine for a sec that you've got a meeting in a town nearby that you haven't been to before, to a business that you've never visited before, but you somehow have got to get there in time for your meeting. So what, in this modern day, what is the first thing you're going to do when you get into your car?
Well, I'd do it before I even get in the car because if you're not late, you're early. If you're not early, you're late. Damn it. But I'd rip out the phone and see exactly what time, how the traffic's looking in Google Maps and what time I'm going to arrive at that destination so I can ensure that I can leave with 15 minutes to start my sleep for any incidentals.
And what that Maps app will do is it will work out the best route for you, right?
Sure.
And it adds goals along the way, you know, in 3 kilometers, turn right, 500 meters, turn left, at the roundabout, go straight.
Overtake 4 trucks.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know, in business, what I see quite a lot is people just get in their car and drive, hoping somehow to get to where they're supposed to be without using, you know, the destination, without knowing the route to get there.
Sure.
And that's what goals will do.
Yep.
When you bring goals into your business, it just means that you have the clarity of the steps you need to take and when you need to take them and how you're going to get there.
So you're saying the dreams are a lot bigger than a goal, though, aren't they? So your dream might be like, you know, I want to land on the moon, but right now I'm going to set some goals that let's get to outer space.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways. So we often talk about SMART goals.
Sure.
Today I want to actually talk about SMART-T goals.
Okay, smarty pants.
Smarty
Talk
pants.
Away.
So you got
Coach Robin.
S is specific.
Yes.
M is measurable.
Okay.
A is achievable.
I agree.
R is realistic.
Great.
T is time bound.
Yep.
And Y is you.
Oh, you're going to put me in your goals. Cheers.
That's it. Who wouldn't? So the thing is, and I see this so often. You know, we talk about New Year's resolutions and why people don't achieve them.
Yep.
And one of the reasons I believe is because they're not specific enough. So somebody will say, this year I'm going to lose weight. Well, guess what? You only need to lose 1 gram to achieve your goal.
Yep. You've done that for lunch.
Or in business, it'll be, you know, I want more sales, I want more profit, I want more money, I want more free time. But you need to be specific to make that more achievable.
Correct.
So, example I use with my clients when coaching is if you want that red Ferrari, add more detail, make that picture clearer in your mind. What is the color of the interior? What's the color of the stitching on the leather interior? What is the color on the lights on the radio when the radio comes on? What does it look like at night?
Yep.
What is the color of the Ferrari? You know, the clearer that picture comes into shape in your mind, the more achievable that goal will become.
And you'll probably see a red Ferrari sitting over Robin's head right now. So I surround myself with stuff like this. I do have one of the cars in that photo right at the very back of it because it's the peasant one. But, you know, when we're looking at that Ferrari, now we know that that's a 488 Pista and we need to earn $700,000 to be able to obtain that goal. So how am I going to earn $700,000? What are the steps I need to take to create that income? Can I do that with my current role or current business? Like, what's involved? Versus the red Ferrari could mean a 388 Ferrari, which is only 160 grand. You're like, cool, I got the red Ferrari, but that's not the Ferrari I had in my head, so I'm still not happy with that.
Yeah. The next one is measurable. It's got to be measurable. So it needs to be quantifiable.
Sure.
That means you've got to put a number to it. And then you need to understand what mechanism you need to be able to measure it. That's really important because that is how we see the progress on our goals.
Okay, yep. So an easy one for me with that is, say you want 50 new clients in your business. That's terrifying. I don't want to wake up on Monday and then think, oh, I need 50 clients. But if it's 50 clients over the next 12 months, that's still terrifying. I'm not getting out of bed, that's daunting. But if I break it down to monthly, that's 4.166, I believe it is. Oh, that sounds pretty achievable. Break it down to weekly, it's 0.98, somewhere around there. So less than one per week.
Yep.
How can I find one client a week? Well, if I dedicate the first 3 hours of the week to calling my quotes that I've already done or some referrals that customers have given me or some marketing or just some cold calling, and all of a sudden you pick up one client and you do that 3 hours a week for 52 weeks, hell, you might have 50 new clients by the end of the year. I don't know too many businesses that wouldn't like to hit the microphone into their face and or get 50 clients.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's a really key element is breaking down. You know, a goal should be scary. It should be, it should seem almost unachievable.
Yeah.
But when you break it down in the way that you have, suddenly it becomes that much easier to achieve.
Yeah, because if your goal is only to get 10 new clients in a 12-month time frame, you could do that in 3 months, and then you go, what am I going to do with the rest of my year?
Yeah, I'm going to tell a story quick. I remember in my own business back in South Africa, it was an IT business, and we were approached by one of the computer brands, and they were saying, look, we sell 5,000 units of these things in a year. We've done our research, and we think you can actually sell, you as your business can sell 5,000 of these in a month. I almost fell off my chair. It was hilarious to me, the idea that, you know, that would be possible. But you know what? It took us a couple of years, but we got there. And, you know, when we started hitting those sort of numbers, the business was significantly different.
Sure, yeah. Because we've all done that. No, you're mad. No, you don't understand the market, and, you know, all these limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves. Oh, you know, I can do $1 million sale. I can't do a $2 million sale. I've got to have this or do, you know, before I get there.
Yeah. And when you break it down into what do I need to do this year? What do I need to do this month? What do I need to do this week? What do I need to do today? It just gets you there easier and quicker.
Yeah, sure.
So that was measurable. Achievable. So the next two is achievable and realistic. And there's a difference. They sound similar, but there's a difference. Achievable is, do I have what I need to be able to achieve this goal? And realistic is, you know, is it actually possible? Sure. So achievable might be, you know, I've only got 4 people, but I want to double my sales. I need to add more people in. So it's achievable, but I need to add more people. Realistic is, I want to tenfold my sales, but I want to do it with 2 people less. No, that's probably not realistic. I want to fly like Superman. If I jump off a building, chances are I'm not going to do it. It's unrealistic.
It is, but flying like Iron Man, quite possible.
Well, that's it. So what do I need to be able to fly when I jump off a building? Go and build a suit.
Yeah.
That can take me there.
How good. We should.
Let's do it. I'm putting that on my goal.
Yeah. We're going to need a few more members. R&D is going to be expensive.
Yeah. Time bound.
Time bound.
Time bound is critical. A goal without a deadline is a dream, right?
Yep.
We've done the dreams. So having a deadline and putting a time frame to when that goal needs to be achieved by is really important. You know, imagine you were sailing from Auckland to Cape Town, and you've got things like cyclone seasons and currents and all these things that constantly change. You need to plan exactly how you're going to get there and where you need to be by when, especially if you've got to, replenish your food and beers.
Yeah, that's right. We've all watched Vikings and stuff now, and they just sail off and go wait for about 3 or 4 weeks and go, land, what's the goal? That's not how you want to be living your life, is it?
Definitely not.
You'd like to know you've got enough supplies on there that you're going to be able to eat every night, and that you are headed in the right course, which is the shortest destination to get you there. Because, we all know success is that squiggly line that goes all over the place, but having that plan will get you there a lot quicker.
Yeah, and so a lot of our listeners and viewers here would have heard of SMART goals, but the last element is the why. It's the SMART T, and that's you, right?
Appreciate it. I'm happy to be in your goals.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it's not actually you, Jason. It's whoever's setting the goal. Is like, who do you need to be in order to achieve the goal? We've got that formula for success.
Be, do, have.
Be times do equals have. And too often what I see is people believe that they need to do more to achieve more. Mm-hmm. But we now know that the shortcut to achieving more is actually improving yourself.
Correct.
So when you're looking at your goals, think about who do you need to be, or who could you be or become that could make that goal easier and more achievable. And sometimes, that means learning a new skill.
Correct. Upskilling yourself. Because the be, do, have can be the have, do, be, or the do, be, haves, and it can be mixed up in lots of different ways. So if we just break that down quickly, do, be, have, or would be, it'd be do, have, be, in that situation would be, I need to do more so I can have X. And that's not always the case, like he's just said, I can dig more holes in the backyard, but I might not get to China. But if you be the person, that's bad. Why am I talking about digging holes and getting to China?
I was wondering where you're going with that.
I don't know either. My mind's all over the place. I'm on fight or flight. I still can't say it mode this week. But ultimately, the easy example is, I'm going to have this beautiful wife, and when I've got this wife, I'm going to be happy. Or in our relationship, we're going to have this baby, and we're going to be a happy family. We see that all the time. It's not the case. Having that relationship isn't going to fix the shortcomings in you. But being the right person could attract the right mate, and being the right father will create the happy relationships at home. You have to start with be. Be is the ultimate. So you can be, so you can do the things, so you can have the things. Having the things up front will not make you what you think you want to be. And I assure you, because I've had some nice things in my life over the last 10 years, since I've worked a little bit harder and applied some of these strategies, and every time I get the haves, they bring me no joy whatsoever. I get more joy doing this podcast than picking up a new car.
Yeah.
So be the person, enjoy the process.
Enjoy the journey, right? There's a saying, if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten, right?
True.
So yeah, just take a bit of time, think about who you need to become in order to achieve those goals.
Yeah.
what else do we need to talk about?
I don't know. You're going to have to put some filler in because I know you want these podcasts to be longer. I mean, I think we've covered off goals, really. The main thing is that people truly understand where they're headed. So sit down and do, your 10 list. Did we talk about that the other day on the podcast, or was that just
10 things? Yeah.
Yeah.
In
so go back to the
building.
dreams. If you have skipped to this one and you haven't listened to podcast number 2, go back to dreaming, because free your mind of all of its constraints and everything, and truly get an understanding of what it is that's going to make you happy. And for everyone, that's something very different. It doesn't have to be the big cars or the flashy boats or any of those things. Those are quantifiable and easy to benchmark because they require money. But happiness for you might be that you only work 3 days a week, or that you can walk along the beach with your dog each week. And if that's the case, what is it going to take for you to get there? Then once you know what it's going to take there, because the scorecard's always going to be money, all right, if I can live on X by doing this, then I can break down that I need to do these multiple steps to get to there, and you're away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say this probably on every podcast, but success is built, right?
Yep.
Success is built. It doesn't just fall in your lap. It's about being proactive, about getting active in achieving what you want. So go out there. Once you understand what success looks like, and it's different for everyone, once you understand it, build a plan. That's what success is. It's by design.
Yeah. I mean, the classic example of what you're just saying there is the person that wins lotto. We all know the Tico Footer guy who went and brought a whole lot of cars and did demo derbies in his backyard, and I think he blew the whole lot. Went stock car racing for a couple of years and $30 million up in smoke. But the people that earn that $30 million, the next year will probably have 35, the next year might have 42, and the next year they'll have 55, because they've done the hard yards to understand what it is they're doing with that money, ensured that it's invested right. And it was a long process. It happened over 10 years. Every overnight success takes 10 years-ish. You just heard about them because now they popped up on your radar, but all those steps they've done in their life to make them who they are to that day took time.
And planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of wraps up what we have for you today. All I can say is now it's time for you to go and take some action.